I am studying the Solaris Inspiration Guide.
Oh, what's that? Tell me about that.
Well, it is a book that was written by Baby Lock educators that is specific to the machine. This one is specific to the Solaris.
Nice.
And I have some that are for other machines too, like this one is specific for the Altair.
Nice.
You can see some other ones here. I even still have some books for machines that aren't in our current line, so maybe you have a Unity or an Aria that you never ended up getting the inspiration guide. I do still have some of these left. Most of the stores do have those. So if you never got an inspiration guide, you're really missing out. An inspiration guide is something like, right now I was just looking at how to put an invisible zipper.
Oh, wow.
I've done it before, but can I say I don't put invisible zippers in very often? I really think the last time I did it was, I made an Easter dress for myself when I think my kids were in diapers. So,
Oh, goodness.
so I need a refresher on that.
Yeah.
But I now have this machine, so I want to see how do I do it with this machine. And what's great about it is it tells me exactly what I need to do by setting it up with the certain stitch, because it's going to tell me right here what stitch, and it's going to tell me what selection of tab and category it was in. It'll tell me the foot. It'll tell me all of the different things, and all of these are a default on a invisible zipper. But it walks me through with instructions on how to actually be creative with my machine rather than just you need to use the invisible zipper foot. And it's like, I know.
Well, yes.
But I need to know how.
Just like the Solaris screen.
Exactly. It's not a general screen. It's not a general, every Baby Lock screen looks the same. They don't all look the same. So this book is written with pictures that are matching that machine's screen
That's
and
awesome.
that machine's numbers and information.
And those are really good pictures over there of that
They
zipper
are
going
good
in,
pictures.
too.
So give me something that you want to know about.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so a customer called the other day, and she's doing heirloom stitching.
Okay.
And it was a word I don't know,
Entredeaux?
entredeaux. There we go. Okay.
Because that's wherever it makes a real lacy look in it.
Okay.
Let me show you. So we have an index here.
Oh, perfect.
Or a table of contents. An index is in the back, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Table of contents. And we are looking for heirloom right there.
Okay.
And you said entredeaux, so that's on page 148. Oops, 2 pages too many. So on this is showing
Oh, wow.
entredeaux. This is the look that you get with entredeaux. It's
Okay.
very pretty. And it's going to show me that I would look for it in the utility stitch, in the category that was number 3. It would be the stitch number 308, and it tells me what kind of foot. This one's suggesting the 3-groove cording foot. And then it tells me all the different settings it needs to be so that I can then follow these instructions and get that done perfectly. Heirloom's not an easy thing to do, and having a machine that makes that easy for you is extra nice. So that one was easy. Give me another one.
Oh, gosh. Okay. What if we want to, if we're in embroidery, we want to magnify a pattern?
Okay, so let's go to the table of contents again.
Okay.
And we're in embroidery, and here's magnifying a pattern, page 209.
Perfect.
It's on a nice spiral bound. Some of the other books, they were in a binder, but it
3-ring,
makes
yeah.
it easy to flip through. I like the ones that can just lay flat.
Yeah,
What
me
did
too.
I say, 209?
Yes.
Okay, so here is magnifying a pattern, and it tells me exactly what buttons to touch on my machine screen, that it would say press set, edit, and then press the magnifying key, and it put a little red circle in it, and I can press 100%, and then it gives me an option of, do I want it to be 200% or somewhere in between?
Nice.
And you can see how it made the design enlarged so I can see the specific details in it.
That's awesome.
And so if you're not sure what buttons you're supposed to touch, it just explains it.
Nice.
Give me another one.
Um,
I'm having fun.
what if we want to have decorative stitching with our embroidery designs?
Decorative stitching, like the kind you do in IQ Designer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So IQ Designer, let's see here. Decorative stitching around an embroidery pattern,
Looky there.
page 327. That's almost all the way to the back, Ashley.
I just had to get you all the way through the book.
So this one is showing us stippling, and it's going to show me exactly how I want to go about putting the design that's going to fill in around it. This isn't a good one for me to show you because you can't see it on this white paper.
That's okay.
It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if it's on the other page. But it gives me the instructions of how to do that so that it ends up with the stippling, or if you wanted to do, here, that's a better picture. So you can see how it can stipple.
Okay.
And it will walk you through how to do that so that it can go around the design. It's all right here. It's not complicated. There, look at that chicken. Can you see the stippling around
so
it?
cute. I can see it. I don't know if the
And
camera
this one
picks it up.
actually has a fill stitch in it too. So there's so many ways that you can have this book help you get to where you want to be in your sewing, or maybe give you some ideas of things that you didn't even know that your machine could do.
Yeah.
So it's a wealth of knowledge. So I'm showing you one here for the Solaris.
Okay.
And I showed you we have one here for the Altair. Almost every baby lock machine comes with. The Genuine collection does not have inspiration guides, but the other ones do.
Okay, perfect.
Some machines come with a manual, and some have the manual built into the machine.
Okay.
But it is a free PDF on these manuals, so if you want to have it printed, you can do that. I'm a paper person.
Yeah.
I wanted my manual where I can flip through it. But even still, my manual is telling me, in the, official
This is how you set it up.
Right, but it doesn't tell me how do I get from how to set it up and then completing the project that I'm working on.
Yeah.
So, for example, let me show you here. This is a manual for the Meridian.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's got all the information in there. It's showing you how to repeat an element, how to do things, but it doesn't really give you the specifics on it. It's just a well-written technical manual by technical people
Okay.
that I'm not sure have any creativity,
Got
but we do. So this is important to have, but then when you come to the Meridian, and let's just flip open here, and you're working with alphabet characters,
Oh.
it's going to show you how you can make them straight, you can make them angle, you can make them arc, and all of the little key features of how you need to touch it and the order you need to do it in is what will walk you through that.
Okay.
Just like if we wanted to use IQ positioning app to confirm the pattern position.
Nice.
I mean, it's all right here. I suggest people get one of these books with every machine they purchase because it's going to be specific to your machine, and it's going to take you through the steps to make it easy for you to be able to say, oh wow, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have the idea, but you don't know how to get there.
Yeah. I feel
That's
like
usually what I do.
Uh-huh. It seems like, the manual walks you through how to set it up, and
Right.
the inspiration guide walks you through more of like the actual execution.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that because we also have inspiration guides for our sergers.
Okay.
Like here's one for the Triumph.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to put my glasses back on.
That's okay.
Thank you, Ashley. Like I saved his page in here because this
Okay.
is some serger techniques. This is how to do a French seam. I mean, you may have never even tried to do a French seam. And to
No.
be honest with you, I don't think I've ever tried a French seam on my serger, but I flipped to this page, so maybe I should try that. It's going to tell me exactly how to set it up on the Triumph
Okay.
and exactly what it will look like.
So I see that on there it's a 3-thread narrow overlock. But whenever it talks about how to set it up for an overlock, your manual or your cheat sheet doesn't tell you, oh, by the way, this is what you would use for a French seam.
Right. So if you knew you wanted to do a French seam,
Got it.
then if you need to know how to do a 3-thread narrow overlock, what would we need to go to?
Either to our inspiration guide or to our cheat sheet.
I like the cheat sheet.
I like the cheat sheet too.
So on here, it said I need to do a 3-thread overlock narrow. I just got to find it on here. 3-thread. It's a wealth of information.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. A 3-thread overlock narrow.
Okay.
And this is going to walk me through what needle, length, width, what the stitch selection is. Change it from A, B, C, or D. It goes on B. I need it to be on the wave selector of overlock. And make sure I follow all these steps with the upper looper, the blade, the knife cover, and the subsidiary looper. And then it shows me in color how to thread it.
That's
but
awesome.
nowhere in my box does it say,
What you use that for.
this is for a French seam. It's for other things too.
Yeah.
But that's where
That comes in
this
handy.
comes in handy.
Okay.
So inspiration guides are written by the baby lock educators, and they are fantastic at being able to give you the whole world of what my machine can do and how creative can I be with it. I think sometimes we get stuck in our little rut of, well, we're going to sew a straight line,
Yeah.
and or maybe we'll do a zigzag, and you don't venture out into all the other features.
Yeah.
I mean, computerized machines have so many features to it. This will help you use all those features and get the most out of your machine.
And how often has somebody told us, oh, I don't need all those stitches, I'm never going to use them? I feel like this would
it
show us a lot of ways to use those.
And it might be that you just don't know how to use them.
Yeah.
I mean, because you look at it and you go, that's pretty, but what is it? You can also touch the button on the screen and go to the pattern description, and it will explain that to you. But I'm telling you, inspiration guides are truly what they say, inspiration, so that you can
Okay.
enjoy your sewing. These are for sale at all of our stores. Ashley, you want to tell them what stores we have?
We have, of course, Oklahoma City here,
Yes.
Tulsa,
Yes.
Muskogee, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Springfield, Missouri, and now Humble, Texas.
That's right. So this would be a great opportunity for you to go to your store, call your store, see if they have the book for you. And even if you have an older model, throughout the company we may have that. I might be the only one with the Unity book. Well, we can get that for you. We also have one for the Spirit. We have some that's just sergers and accessories, but don't hesitate to call. They're an excellent tool. They're just as important as having presser feet. And speaking of presser feet, you hear a lot in these books about the different kinds of presser feet that you would use to make the stitch.
Yeah.
So now you know how to use the machine to do it. We sell foot kits. This one happens to be a 17-piece foot kit for sewing, but we have one for Solaris. We have foot kits for our
Altair and
sergers.
Ariel
Right.
and
So
all the
we have one to
sergers.
match your machine. And so if you're doing this is an excellent thing to just add to it, because it's going to tell you to use some of the things that you
Yeah.
might have in here. So we are thrilled to have you looking at all this stuff. And I think what we might say is the special this week.
Ooh, maybe on inspiration guides?
I think it could be. How much shall it be off, Miss Ashley?
20%?
I love it.
We never do 20% on
We never do
inspiration guides.
20% on inspiration guides. We don't. So if this is something that you think, I really do need that, I promise you it's going to open your eyes to a whole new world of what your machine can do. So
Yeah.
call any one of our stores, and remember, Ashley, what are we supposed to do?
We're gonna like,
Comment,
comment,
and
share.
with all of your friends so that we can expand the fun of the sew-in world. Give us a call, stop by the store, get you an inspiration guide and a foot kit.
And we'll